Okay, before Pabu leaves and/or destroys something, hi! Hi, Mr. Boy. He does not want to be confined to the box right now, but he came to say hello, and so I figured, we should appreciate that before it turns into a problem. Hi, Elaine, how's it going? Pabu, do you learn nothing? Ever? I mean, he doesn't. He doesn't learn anything. He does not learn from his mistakes. He does not learn from his successes. He just doesn't learn. Yeah? Maybe he just doesn't want to learn. He's sticking his head in my sleeve. Where you going? What's up? What? You're weird. Okay. I'm clipping that just in case. I don't think it's gonna be worth it, probably. Also, is that gonna work? Okay, it did work. But yeah, whatever. Today is my official start date of trying to get my shit together on Twitch, so clips. I don't know if my cat shoving his head in my sleeve is gonna be where it's at, though. But yeah, look, we finally made it back to Monday. Woohoo, I did it, because we did it, and then I got busy, and then I got sick, and now here we are, yay! Am I going to do mythics afterwards? Partly because I don't want to be in the just chatting category? Maybe. That and, I will probably do stuff with Kato again. So Elaine, if you wanted to join us for low keys later, we might do that. I don't know what the situation with my raid team and their higher key mythic night is. I haven't done any key over an 8 this week. But also, I don't think it's the end of the world if I don't get a mythic vault reward this week. Okay, bye. I knew he was gonna leave at some point, hence the starting when I did. Oh my god. my fucking chair just was not cool with that movement. I have received the touch-ups on my tattoo, so this area here is a little bit clearer than it used to be. That's the main thing we touched up, but there's little bits all over. But yeah, so that is also why I'm doing the off the shoulder thing today, is because I just don't want shit on my tattoo right now. So yeah. Fortunately, the just lines and pretty much nothing else of a touch-up, especially in a much smaller surface area, heals a lot faster. It does. So that's nice. And yeah, Elaine, I might end up doing high ones, but the problem with that is I haven't actually talked to the raid team about whether or not they're okay with being on my stream, and I'm not gonna just do that without asking. And I know that Kato is fine with being on my stream because he's on my stream all the time. So, but yeah, we can definitely, okay, I don't want to say definitely, because I'm scattered. I don't know what's going on. My Ritalin wore off and I just fucking crashed. So that's where I'm at right now. And I don't really know what the rest of the evening is going to look like, but, I would like to do some mythics. That is the plan. I don't know what kind of mythics they will be or who they will be with, but it's looking likely that it will probably be low ones with you and Kato, and I mean anyone else that wants to join. So, yes, that's the plan. But yeah, hang on a second. Whoops. You're between doses of Benadryl at the moment? Yeah. Part of me was do I take more Ritalin? So here's the thing. Is I take Concerta, which is a long-acting one, and I had taken that for a long time, and then I stopped, and now I'm on it again. And that does a little bit, throughout the day. But then the actual Ritalin that I've been trying recently is the short-acting stuff, so it only lasts 4 hours. So I did all of my work this morning. I did a bunch of work this afternoon. I crashed super fucking hard, and now my brain barely works. So I debated taking more, but I only have a limited amount. So I don't know. I don't know what to do, but also hi Big Ghost, how's it going? Do you have any insight? Well, no, whatever. I should just ask the Raider group. I was going to ask you, Bankos, if you have any insight on whether or not the Toof team would mind being on stream if I joined Dungeons later, but, like, should just ask them. But yeah, I also don't know what you guys are doing for keys tonight, so if y'all want to do my 20 rise, I would love to. If you don't... But I'm gonna lose that today. After today, so it would be great if we could do that, but it's a 20, so I need y'all, and yeah. This is spiced apple cider, and it's delicious, and I put gin in it, so so, you know, really going to maximize the functional brain today. But yeah, anyway, I also... So part of it is that I have 2 separate opportunities to do mythics tonight. Part of it is that I don't want to be in the just chatting category. And part of it is that I don't feel like I can read for 2 hours straight tonight. So that's what that is. But yeah, so this is the book I'd like to be reading. It's called A City on Mars, Can We Settle Space? Should We Settle Space? And Have We Really Thought This Through? And it is nonfiction. It is by Kelly and Zach Weinersmith, which... I don't remember their qualifications. I know that they have some and that they've written something else before, and I currently don't remember any of it. But yeah, it's written kind of comedically, but it is nonfiction. Some of it is a little bit dense, so we might get a little bit lost in the sauce and or not want to read it for a ton of time all at once. Your Ice Mage isn't up to a 20, but you think you could manage the 2 to 5 level again. Yeah, and I honestly, Elaine, depending on the character, I think we could probably do an 8, but yeah. Benkos, we could probably do it. You want to do at least a 23 tonight, but you don't have any plans beyond that. And see, that's the thing, is I know you guys like to do the 23s and stuff that you're doing, like, first, so I figured I could do this while that, and then we could jump into the dungeon, or I could, whatever. Then we could potentially run my key. You know what? I should just I should just ask in chat if y'all are cool with it, because like if it's later on, I can always just end the stream or whatever. But yeah, okay, there we go. Elaine, the Grizzly Hills are hopping right now. What's in Grizzly Hills right now? I'm assuming it's either Love is in the Air or... No, it is Love is in the Air, isn't it? I don't pay attention to WoW holidays anymore. Like, I know that they keep adding stuff, but I got What a Long Straight Trip It's Been like 10 years ago, and I've just been like, no, ever since. Just no thank you, actually. Just, nah, I'm good. I'll probably do some of it this year, but yeah, I'm not that into it. Not that excited by it. You may note that my hair is not purple yet. I was talked into waiting because of the whole open wound fresh tattoo thing. Oh my god. Okay, no, I am allowed to scratch there. It was, but when you can't quite see it, like, I have to look in a mirror to know whether or not I'm allowed to scratch a certain spot. Because I can't see the tat. But yeah, da-dum-dum-dum. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, y'all. Vango says both Love is in the Air and Lunar Lantern stuff. Oh, exciting. Yeah, I saw your Alex Straza meme earlier, and I haven't paid enough attention to figure out what it's talking about yet. Elaine, you want the cosmetic hair flowers, definitely, and you'll see how far you get on the toys and stuff that you don't have. WoW is Barbie's, Elaine. I fully agree, and yeah, the hair roses are nice. So like I have characters that would work on, but I don't know if Rozaka is one of them. But like, I would still like to have them, so we'll see if I actually do it or not. Yeah, I suppose worst case we could do some Love is in the Air stuff tonight. Controversial opinion, I do not give a fuck about the rocket. I don't. I really don't. I could not care less whether or not I get it. I don't remember what they've even renamed it to, because they made it less of a dick joke, I guess. But it's just ugly, and I don't care if I get it. And I feel like that's a surprisingly hot take. First, like, in the circles I run in, and I don't really know why, but it seems like it is. So, also, Elaine, I did add the Lily yell to the soundboard in Discord, but you can only use it if you're in voice chat, so I don't know how often that's actually going to get used. Getting the players who are just for profession / Barbies leveled up is doing it for a few levels too. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Might as well use the events to level if you can. Doop doop doo 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 doo. But yes, anyway, should we dive in? Also, I realized that there is an illustration. Okay, that's really neat. I realized this morning that there's an illustration under the dust jacket, and I wasn't sure what it was. It's a dome. It's a space dome. And now I got the bookmark stuck between the thing and the dust jacket. So yes, from the best-selling authors of Soonish, a brilliant and hilarious off-world investigation into space settlement. So they've done this before. Dome. It's perhaps a little more specific to Mars on this one. But yeah, basically, there's an entire rant in here about helium-3 and the moon. And I wanted to share that with you guys, but then I decided I think it would be fun to just share the whole book with you. So that's the plan. We will get to the helium-3 rant, and we will all laugh about it, because it's very funny and good, and also informative. But yeah, do we? I guess I might as well read the description on the side here. It's Earth is not well. The promise of starting life anew somewhere far, far away, no climate change, no war, no Twitter, beckons, and settling the stars finally seems within our grasp. Or is it? Critically acclaimed best-selling authors Kelly and Zach Weinersmith set out to write the essential guide to a glorious future of space settlements, but after years of research, they aren't so sure it's a good idea. Space technologies and space business are progressing fast, but we lack the knowledge needed to have space kids, build space farms, and create space nations in a way that doesn't spark conflict back home. In a world hurtling towards human expansion into space, a city on Mars investigates whether the dream of new worlds won't create nightmares both for settlers and the people they leave behind. In the process, the Weinersmiths answer every question about space you've ever wondered about, and many you've never considered. Can you make babies in space? Should corporations govern space settlements? What about space war? Are we headed for a housing crisis on the moon's peaks of eternal light? And what happens if you're left in the craters of eternal darkness? Why do astronauts love taco sauce? Speaking of meals, what's the legal status of space cannibalism? With deep expertise, a winning sense of humor, and art from the beloved creator of Saturday morning breakfast cereal, the Weinersmiths investigate perhaps the biggest questions humanity will ever ask itself: whether and how to become multiplanetary. Get in, we're going to Mars. Pabu! Stop! Get out! Yeah! Squeak! Get out of here! Hey! What are you doing? Yeah, come here. Oh, don't do that. Don't. We have a boo-boo, a pretty little boo-boo. You are just gonna be a real pain in my ass tonight, aren't you? No, I'm a good boy. He's so grumpy. Yeah, go away. You're already being a menace, and you've been here for 30 seconds. Go away. This is not the first time he's menaced me today, believe it or not. And I know that you guys believe it. So, and yeah, he did fully stick his entire paw in this last week, but I'm still gonna eat them. Probably why you're looking at a book and not me. Exactly that. Feels super weird not having a headphone in on this one, but I don't need it. I don't need it right now. So, yep. Anyway, book. We should, in fact, read the book, as promised. So yeah, hopefully, I didn't hit start on WoW. No, I don't want to connect right now. Go away. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't remember hitting start on it. Anyway, yeah. So hopefully that description sounds interesting to you. I will, of course, be sharing art with you when it is on the page. So yes. Pabu, oh, he's fucking with my boxes now. Mother, I need attention or I'll crave violence. He craves violence even when he gets attention, Banquos. And okay, yeah, the title of their other book is Soonish, 10 Emerging Technologies That'll Improve and or Ruin Everything. Which is great. That is great. So, yes. To the space settlement community, you welcomed us and shared your wisdom, also your data. We worry that many of you will be disappointed by some of our conclusions, but where we have diverged from your views, we haven't diverged from your vision of a glorious human future. Okay, here's the table of contents. I don't know how far we're gonna get today. If I'm being completely honest, we'll see how long my voice lasts. And or how long it takes me to start stumbling over my own tongue. I also had the option to go to karaoke tonight, and I am way too fucking tired. And also I keep putting off Monday streams and I hate it. So I wanted to actually jump in and do it. So yes, I'm ruining my blue light by sharing in front of it again. I feel like I need a better place to rest this. I haven't considered this up to this point. Why am I like this? Okay. Anyway, introduction, a homesteader's guide to the Red Planet. It is no longer a question of if we will colonize the Moon and Mars, but when. Tim Peake, astronaut. There's quotes at the starts of the chapters. Okay. This feels so weird, not just blathering on in my own words. But I like reading stuff, so. Wherever you are on this planet, you've recently given some thought to leaving it. Space is looking more promising every day. There's no political corruption on Mars, no war on the moon, no juvenile jokes on Uranus. Surely space settlement presents the best chance since about 50,000 BC to try out something completely new and leave all the bad stuff behind. After 5 decades of stagnation in human spacefaring, we now have the technology, the capital, and the desire to go beyond the age of quick forays to the moon and seize our destiny as a multiplanetary species. Well, maybe not. If you're like most of the non-experts we've talked to as we research this book, you might have some ideas about space settlement that aren't quite right. We don't blame you. The public discourse around space settlement is full of myths, fantasies, and outright misunderstandings of basic facts. In 2020, for example, SpaceX's internet service provider Starlink released a terms of service agreement that declared that no Earth-based government has the authority or sovereignty over Martian activities. This clause is like many statements about outer space settlement. It was promoted by a powerful advocate, widely shared and commented upon, and profoundly misleading. Earth-based governments do have authority over Mars activities. Mars is regulated by long-standing treaties and is an international commons. Admittedly, the treaties are weird and vague, but they do exist and can't be de-existed by the terms of service agreement. Or a terms of service agreement. Not all the bad space settlement discourse comes from rocket billionaires. Consider the 2015 Newsweek article, Star Wars, Classic Class Wars. Is Mars the escape hatch for the 1%? Which claims the red planet will likely only be for the rich, leaving the poor to suffer as Earth's environment collapses and conflict breaks out. The only way you could believe this would be if you had no idea how thoroughly, incredibly, impossibly horrible Mars is. The average surface temperature is about minus 60 C. There's no breathable air, but there are planet-wide dust storms and a layer of toxic dust on the ground. Leaving a 2 degrees warmer Earth for Mars would be like leaving a messy room so you can live in a toxic waste dump. For the record, all of the, I'm assuming all of the measurements, but definitely the temperatures are all going to be in Celsius and or metric. So you know. The truth is that settling other worlds in the sense of creating self-sustaining societies somewhere away from Earth is not only quite unlikely anytime soon, it won't deliver on the benefits touted by advocates. No vast riches, no new independent nations, no second home for humanity, not even a safety bunker for ultra-elites. Yet we find ourselves in a world where space agencies, huge corporations, and media-savvy billionaires are promising something else. According to them, settlements are coming, perhaps even as soon as 2050 or so. When they're built, they'll fix just about everything. They will save Earth's biosphere or enable a wildly creative frontier civilization or provide huge economic advantages for the United States or China or India or whoever else makes the first big move. While we believe all these claims are false, they are buoyed by a genuinely game-changing technological developments that have made accessing space much cheaper. In the next decade, it will almost certainly be easier to build outposts in space than ever before. The problem for any would-be settler is that most of the problems, especially those pertaining to things like biology and economics, are far more complex than making bigger rockets or cheaper spacecraft. As we'll see, ignoring these problems while trying to force a near-term settlement is a recipe for social calamity and potential danger to the home planet. Meanwhile, the international legal structures that govern space have barely been updated since the 1970s. Space law is often vague, ambiguous, and if you accept the interpretation favored by the United States, highly permissive. In the modern world of fast-growing space capitalism and an ever-increasing number of countries with launch capability, we have the makings of a new moon race. But racing in the 2020s or 2030s will be very different from racing in the 1960s, in that it will likely involve attempts to gain priority access to the highly limited best portions of the moon. In terms of the risk of conflict, it's much less like two kids seeing who can run the fastest and much more like a growing up group of kids scrapping over a small pile of candy. That's dangerous. If we convince you that there's no clear return on investment here, then it's needlessly dangerous. Oh, and actually, let's ruin the metaphor here a little and make it so the kids also have nuclear weapons. So, there's an illustration to go with that, of course. So, you know, fighting astronauts, but they're children, and also there's nukes. So, hang on. I itch, and I must fix. I hope that you guys find this as interesting as I do, because I think this is a very fascinating topic. So, space settlements. Have we really thought this through? If humanity survives the next few centuries, it's probable we'll expand into space. People, nations, and the international community have options about how to proceed. The choices we make now about the pace of expansion and the rules of underpinning it will shape that future in ways we can't yet imagine. The wrong choices wouldn't merely slow us down, they might create existential risk for humanity. We can't make these choices properly unless people actually know what the truth is about space settlement. All of it. Not just the size of the rocket or the power needs of a settlement or the available minerals and asteroids, but the big, open questions about things like medicine, reproduction, law, ecology, economics, sociology, and warfare. Detailed treatments that are honest about the severe difficulty of these things are almost invariably left out of books and documentaries about space settlement. Elaine, you're enjoying just also stuffing your face with caramel ice cream bar? Oh, right, lactose free, right? But also, you guys, yeah, like, I appreciate, I had never done anything like this on my channel before, so I'm terrified that you guys will be bored to death. So if you're bored to death, let me know and we'll do something else. But I'm glad to hear you're enjoying it so far. Okay. Why is this discourse often so bad? We believe there are two major reasons. First, the general public knows very little about space. Most people can name exactly one astronaut, and with an appropriate mnemonic, I'm bad at that word, can say the planets in order. Outside of a few weirdos, most of us don't know things like what lunar soil is made of, or what the Outer Space Treaty says, or the history of nuclear weapon detonation in space. I guess I'm a weirdo. Which, okay, let's be honest, we all already knew I was a weirdo, especially about space, so fair. Although I don't know about the history of nuclear weapon detonation in space. I might know a little bit, but not like a lot. So fascinating. Given the limited public knowledge of space science in general, knowledge of its weird little cousin, space settlement science, is almost non-existent. And that's where we arrive at the second problem. If you're ignorant about space settlement and want to become educated, many of the articles you'll read, many of the documentaries you'll watch, and pretty much every single book on the topic have been created by an advocate for space settlement. Now look, there's nothing wrong with advocacy. The space settlement geeks we've met are smart, thoughtful people. Most of them, anyway. But reading about space settlement today is kind of like reading about what quantity of beer is safe to drink in a world where all the relevant books are written by breweries. Even when they're trying to be even-handed, they leave things out. One of the most prominent books on space settlement, The Case for Mars, is over 400 pages long, including some obscure historical information on Mars conferences of the 1980s, as well as detailed chemical equations for plastic production at the Martian surface, but never once mentions the existence of international space law. Of the 5 decades of legal precedent that will dictate the political nature and geopolitical consequences of any Martian future, not a word. The little book you're reading right now, which admittedly begins with a Uranus joke and contains an explainer on space cannibalism, stay tuned, is nevertheless the only popular science book we're aware of that offers the whole picture without trying to sell you on the idea of near-term space expansion. Rather, we'll try to clear up a lot of misconceptions and then replace them with a much more realistic view of how feasible space settlements are and what they might mean for humanity. There is a note after the near-term space expansion that says, that said, there's a long-standing critical literature with growing number of recent entries, such as Space Forces by Fred Sharman and Off Earth by Erica Nesvold. So they're not alone. It's getting there. I don't know where Pabu just was, but he just emerged from my desk and I have concerns. But first, we should introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Kelly and Zach Wienersmith. Kelly is a biologist and Zach is a cartoonist. We're also a wife and husband research team who've spent the last 4 years trying to understand how humans will become space settlers. We've gone to conferences, conducted endless interviews, and collected, at last count, 27 shelves of books and papers on space settlement and related subjects. That's a lot! Not 27 books, 27 shelves of books. Hey, Esme, you won't be able to stay long. You're headed to bed in half an hour. No worries. Understandable. Welcome here. I hope you enjoy this, at least, I am sorry, at least mildly comedic book about space settlement. I know you meant stay, Esme. You're good. Also, I don't usually like taking the dust jackets off books, but if they're getting, like, scrunched up and stuff, I would rather not fuck them up. So we're jumping into WoW later, but we're starting by reading A City on Mars. Can we settle space? Should we settle space? And have we really thought this through? So it is nonfiction, and it is an examination of the actual challenges of settling in space and what this could actually mean for all of us. So we are partway through the introduction. You have not missed much. But yeah. So they've got 27 shelves of books and papers on space settlement and related subjects. We are space geeks. We love rocket launches and zero-gravity antics. We love space history's strange corners like red cubes and tampon bandoliers, which is hilarious, by the way. We love visionary plans for a glorious future. We are also very skeptical people. If you want to visualize us, imagine John F. Kennedy giving a beautiful, uplifting speech on sailing this new ocean, and then notice in the background 2 people squinting at the middle distance thinking, but is it really like an ocean? After a few years of researching space settlements, we began in secret to refer to ourselves as the space bastards, because we found we were more pessimistic than almost anyone everyone in the space settlement field, and especially skeptical about the most grand plans of space geeks. We weren't always this way. The data made us do it. Frankly, we are cowards and would very much like to agree with the consensus. Hang on a second. We didn't like being this pessimistic, especially about an endeavor that so many people think embodies the best of human nature. It makes one feel like, well, a bastard. We think space settlement is possible, but the discourse needs more realism. Not in order to ruin everyone's fun, but to provide guardrails against genuinely dangerous directions for planet Earth. Esme, we shouldn't settle space until we end all human rights issues here on Earth, my 2 cents. That, I genuinely don't think that is ever going to happen. But there is a middle ground, and we have a lot of work to do here before we actually settle space, and I agree with you on that. And also, like, that's the thing. That's kind of what this book is saying, is that the idealistic view is that settling space is going to solve all of our problems on Earth, and it just isn't. And I agree that we need to fix all of those problems here first, because if we don't, we're just dragging our baggage into space, and it will not be better. And we will just ruin another planet, right? So, I don't have that much faith in humanity that we can solve all human rights issues here first, but we do have a lot of issues to solve, and this book will get into a lot of that. So, yeah. How we became space bastards. And you can too! If you're new to the study of space, you may not be aware of the scale of the revolution in the cost of access and in the space business generally that has been ongoing since the mid-2010s. Revolution in the cost of access in terms of getting to space. Brain took a second to connect that one. Most of us have some sense that in the 1950s and 60s we're awash in glorious space promises, moon bases, orbital vacations, Martian pioneers, and especially, if we're talking late 60s space books, weird low-gravity erotic possibilities. All this gave way to the shag-carpeted misery of the 70s and 40 years of moderate and decidedly chaste human presence in space. This failure is sometimes blamed on a loss of imagination or ambition, but a pretty simple explanation is cost. Changes in the price of launch explain both the wild dreams of the early post-moon moon landing era and the 40 years of disappointment. If you look at just the period from the first orbit in 1957 to the end of the 1960s, the price of putting something in orbit fell by around 90 to 99%. If each subsequent decade did likewise, sending a package to space would now be cheaper than sending international mail. This is why, if you want to find a truly extravagant space settlement proposals, the groovy years are when the best books got published. Low graph eroticism eyebrow. That is if we don't go extinct by our own hands before we sell another planet. That is an important stipulation. All right. Oh, Banquos is lurking because Banquos is dungeon. That makes sense. Gotcha. It is, in fact, 7:30. Sadly, for many a geeky heart, the prices stopped falling around the early 1970s, and the space shuttle, which was supposed to make travel routine, cheap, and safe, failed on all three fronts, remaining, by one estimate, the costliest way to put mass in orbit for decades. That was the state of play until the 2010s, when, largely as a result of US policy shift and SpaceX in particular, the cost of putting stuff in space began to fall dramatically again. Cost to send stuff to low Earth orbit in 2021 dollars. So the Vanguard, 1957, 900,000 per kilogram. Delta E, 1960, 170,000 per kilogram. Saturn V, 1968, $5,000 per kilogram. Space Shuttle, 1981, around 62,000 per kilogram. RIP Saturn V. Falcon 9, 2010, 3,000 per kilogram. Falcon Heavy, 2018, 1,500 or 1,500 per kilogram. So definitely dramatically going down. Elaine, there was a teen book you remember reading in elementary school where the main character was the first child conceived in space, and she complained that the entire world knew what her parents were doing when the cameras were off. Oh no. Yeah, that would be pretty embarrassing for a teenager. As maybe you always complain about being a victim. Well, okay, but it's a book character, and I would also be deeply embarrassed by that as a teenager, so moderation. Anyway. Note, these numbers are meant to be indicative of the overall trend. However, the specific numbers get complicated because they compare different rocket sizes used for different purposes. So, it's a rough estimate, but the point is it's getting cheaper, and also the space shuttle did not make things cheaper the way that it was supposed to. This doesn't just mean more rocket launches, it means more spacecraft. In 2015, there were about 1,400 active satellites. As of 2021, there were about 5,000. And as of October 2022, around 3,000 working satellites are controlled by SpaceX's satellite internet device, Starlink, which is fucking terrifying to me. But we've had that conversation, so I'll worry about that later. Space tourism, long promised but rarely delivered on, appears to actually be happening. Jeff Bezos' rocket company, Blue Origin, regularly sends people on 100-kilometer-high hops, and SpaceX has contracted to send tourists around the moon. Where once there were only a few government agencies doing space launch, there's now a growing number of private entities competing on cost. Meanwhile, humanity's appetite for high-speed data everywhere all the time continues to boom, with one paper finding people in the United States interact with satellites an average of 36 times a day. Estimates vary, but investor prospectuses put out by financial organizations tend to agree that the overall space business will be worth at least $1 trillion by 2040 or so, assuming no huge uptick in the pace of growth. In short, the hype is real. Being concerned about the laws pertaining to space expansion in 2005 would have been very premature, but 2025 is apt to be a different story. Watching this trend was a weird experience for us. As it began to ramp up, we were writing a book called Soonish about futuristic technology, which included sections on the efforts of cheaper access to outer space. In late 2015, reusable rockets, one of the keys to cheap space launch, had become real. By the time the book landed in stores, they were routine. What would humanity do with these new powers? One clue came from research we'd done on asteroid mining, the attempt to harvest valuable matter from the asteroid belt or near-Earth objects. Our analysis was that harvesting asteroids for commodities to be used on Earth was economically unlikely and, well, try to imagine explaining a hadrosaur to a hadrosaur about your plan to hurl heavy space objects toward Earth for processing. You're interested in the dense metals, you say? And it's just an incredulous dinosaur. Love it. As many of you have been rewatching the TV show Eureka, the plot of one episode was using the Star Wars program to pinpoint a single person and be able to kill them with a projectile or laser. Satellites are scary. I mean, satellites aren't anywhere. I mean, could we make a satellite that could be like that accurate? well, okay, maybe we might have a couple, but they're mostly weather satellites. But I mean, the thing that terrifies me about Starlink is the amount of satellites they're putting up and the risk of collisions that brings with it. That's my fear. But I mean, yeah, there needs to be regulation in place for a whole bunch of different reasons, right? So, but if you're starting a settlement in space, asteroids are quite interesting indeed. The asteroid belt contains over 2 sextillion kilograms worth of stuff. Metals, carbon, oxygen, water, all of it already boosted away from Earth and ready for use. With the new rocket technology and huge sums of money pouring into the business, effectively you had a way to get to the space frontier, plus home building materials waiting on site. Even the legal picture for space settlement appeared to be improving. While there was debate about whether or not the existing international space treaties allowed resource extraction for profit, in 2015 the United States passed a law specifically codifying the idea that Americans can exploit space resources without limit, which I hate. And at least Luxembourg seemed to agree, passing a similar law and dumping a ton of money into 2 US-based asteroid mining companies. Space access was getting easier, resources in space were plentiful, countries were starting to give the green light for developers to go nuts, and the guy in charge of the biggest rocket company was Elon Musk, a dynamic tech geek whose stated goal was Mars settlement in his lifetime. As prevalent as cell phones are, tracking a person to kill them might very well be possible. I mean, like, yeah, but I think it's still, at this point, still significantly easier to just track someone physically and then, like, show up and kill them rather than tracking them and shooting them with a satellite. And, like, a lot of that is just, like, there's a limited amount of people you could shoot with a satellite before it would run out and you wouldn't be able to replenish it. And, like, that's not... To be clear, this book is not going to be pro-Musk, as far as I'm aware. But back in 2015... Musk was not as hated as he is now. So, they're just stating facts on that one. Okay, sure. The path to space settlements, as opposed to space hotels or research bases, was a little hazier, but then again, there was so much money going to the design of rockets, spacecraft, and even some life support technology. At the very least, space settlement was coming closer. The dreams of the 1950s seemed like they might finally manifest by the 2050s. We wanted to contribute. We saw space settlement as a near-term possibility and intended to write a sort of sociological roadmap. How to scale to 100, 1,000, 10,000 people and beyond. A little guide to explain to the public what comes next. But we also had a few nagging concerns. Things that we didn't understand. Like how to design the legal regime to make it safe to live in a solar system where dozens of nations, corporations, and possibly single individuals can sling dinosaur annihilation-sized objects around at the homeworld. A clear protocol would be nice. What we found was that, with just a few exceptions, concerns of this sort were ignored, sometimes even treated with hostility by space settlement advocates. As we dug in, our stack of concerns got bigger and bigger. How does democracy function in a society where air is rationed and possibly under corporate control? How does sociology change if humans can't reproduce unless they're in Earth normal gravity? How do we avoid a scramble for territory if some regions of space are better than others? Incidentally, what is the actual space law today? How did it get that way, and is it likely to change? These questions seemed very basic to space settlement and frankly really interesting, but were typically skipped over as things that would just get worked out as the rockets got bigger. So the book became less about explaining the deal on future settlements and more about getting to the bottom of unexplored questions, the pursuit of which led us to some weird places. So yeah, this book is not going to be pro-corporations in space. We read about caves on the moon, uncomfortably detailed orbital mating concepts, space madness, moon law, plans for Martian company towns, hopes for new ways of life on distant worlds. We read dozens of old space books going back to the 1920s, many of them predicting imminent space settlements. We talked to experts in the economic and political fields who had little interest in space, but also to space advocates and space entrepreneurs. Friends, we are practically bursting with weird space knowledge. Did you know the Colombian Constitution asserts a claim to a specific region of space? Did you know the first woman to set foot in a space station was gifted an apron and asked if she'd handle cooking and cleaning for the rest of her mission? Did you know an early space life support concept involved a substance that could double as shelving and as breakfast? I remember that. Did you know former U.S. Republican Party presidential nominee Barry Goldwater once advocated sending bull semen into orbit to separate sperm for sex selection purposes? Why? And so you can't wait to be an exotic dancer in a lunar hotel and casino? I mean, yeah, I'd do it. Probably. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what info we get from this. All right. While we fell in love with space settlement as a field of study, we became more concerned about all the proposals for doing it in the coming decades. It turns out that when you just talk about technical things like the size of rockets or whether Mars has water and carbon, the picture can look pretty solid. When you get into the more squishy details of human existence, things start to look, well, squishy. Especially squishy, for example, are space babies. Can we make them? Proposals for settlements often just assume you can safely have natural population growth. We don't know if this is true, and there are good reasons to suppose that it isn't. A startup called Space Life Origin announced in 2018 their goal of the first human birth in space by 2024. In 2019, their CEO left, citing serious ethical, safety, and medical concerns. That's exactly right. Out of all the NASA astronauts, only 5 have spent 9 consecutive months in space. Only 2 of those 5 have been women, and none of them had to do it while being a fetus. I like that. Yeah, there's definitely good comedic elements to this. Elaine, you collected all your tenders for the month in the pink Sailor Moon outfit. Nice. Nice. I have not done that yet, but I shall. Get your ass to Mars. Yeah. As for the person around the fetus, they might have concerns too. Moms on Earth worry about things like eating sushi or having a beer. Try 1% bone loss per month while doing several hours of resistance training every day in a high radiation, high carbon dioxide atmosphere without Earth normal gravity. It's certainly possible everything will be fine, but we wouldn't want to bet on it. Given that population growth requires babies not just to be born, but to grow up, to have their own babies, getting appropriate safety protocols would take decades, even if we unethically began doing experiments on humans starting tomorrow. But we aren't. The current state of the art is short, unsystematic experiments in orbit, like the one where geckos were sent up for some highly documented together time before the experiment failed and everyone froze to death. C'est la vie dans l'espace. Gecko sex satellite / tomb. Jesus. Gecko sex satellite / tomb. Yeah, very good. Artificial gravity might be the solution to bone loss issues. Sure, but what artificial gravity? The only 2 practical ways that we have right now to do artificial gravity is acceleration and spin. So centrifugal force is great, but it requires a ship that can actually spin long term without falling apart. It is probably something that would have to be built in space, which we don't currently have the infrastructure for. And acceleration doesn't work because, well, it does, but eventually you run out of fuel or you want to stop. And also you can't do either of those things on Mars or on the moon, right? So like, you're right. Artificial gravity would solve that. But like, how do we do that? What's the practical answer to that option, right? So, but yeah, like it would help with bone loss. It would help with all sorts of the other physical issues that we have, not the ones caused by radiation. It would probably clear up a lot of the concerns about sex and reproduction, but it is not something that we can practically apply on a large scale at this point. So, yeah. Elon's coming up again. He's going to come up a lot and none of us are going to like it, but he's part of the game, so we have to talk about it. Elon Musk says we'll have boots on Mars in 2029 and a 1 million-person city is possible by 20 or 30 years later because the man is Delulu. We'll assume he's got space babies worked out for now so we can deal with the bigger problem. Space sucks. Our impression talking to non-geeks is that while they realize space sucks, they have underestimated the scale of suckitude. We said above that you'd be crazy to leave Earth for Mars. This is true, but we should add that Mars is easily the most inviting place for space settlement. The runner-up is the moon, which among its many shortcomings is very poor in carbon, the basic building block of life. The result of the general awfulness of space is that you're likely living underground to keep the environment from touching you. Survival for 1 million people will require a very good sealant, enormous amounts of electricity, and an insanely large structure. And hardest of all, an artificial ecosystem to sustain everyone inside. Can we do this? The biggest such system ever built was Biosphere 2, created in the 1990s, which sustained a total of 8 people for 2 hungry years. Can we realistically scale from 8 people to 1 million in the next 30 years? Like with space babies, the problem here isn't just the technology is challenging. Computers were challenging and so were airplanes, but we still built them. The problem is that getting from here to there is going to require understanding an extremely complex biological system that settlers will be reliant on for food, clean water, air, and not dying in general. We can do it, but at the pace of ecology, not venture capital. Speaking of which, as with space babies, nobody is spending the kind of money necessary to get answers in a hurry. Perhaps because there's no obvious profit in things like orbital obstetrics or airtight greenhouses the size of 2 Singapores. Don't know practical personally thinking Star Trek. Yeah. Delulu is 100% Gen Z, Gen Alpha stuff. I can claim 0 credit for that, but it very much applies to Elon Musk. And yeah, like, we do have some actually really good practical solutions for artificial gravity, but like, if you're living on a ship in space and doing the centrifugal force thing, first you have the Coriolis effect, which is a whole thing. But second, you have to deal with a whole bunch of other issues that come from living in space rather than on a planet, even if it's not Earth, right? So it's all incredibly complex, and we can't assume that it isn't. And that's what this is for. And that's why I think this topic is so interesting and why I'm reading about it, right? So yeah. Here, I'm just gonna double check if I got a thing. Okay, sorry, had to check something there, but we good, we G. All right. We still don't know a lot of first order stuff, and getting that knowledge is going to be expensive, time consuming, and without an obvious return on investment, which is the problem of putting this in the hands of corporations. Or honestly, like, trying to fund NASA. But anyway. If you're like us, at this point your thought is, okay, the science and tech are hard, but we can still do it, and we should do it, because it's awesome. This unfortunately leads to a problem bigger than science or technology: law. Believe it or not, there is space law and there are space lawyers. They're not briefcase-toting people in spacesuits, but scholars of international law. They have conferences, institute, moot courts, and as far as we can tell are very annoyed that space settlement fans often pretend they don't exist. We'll get into the details later, but the overarching problem is that the way space law interacts with modern technology and geopolitics is practically designed to produce crisis if humanity moves towards space settlements. Here's why. Space is a commons. It's shared. Nobody is allowed to appropriate any territory. However, under many modern interpretations, and absolutely under the American interpretation, everyone can use as much of the surface as they like. Let's sit on that for a second. You can use the entire lunar surface in any way you please, ad libitum. I don't know what that means, because that's Latin legal stuff. As long as you never say, this is mine in the sense of being my territory. Legally, we could probably write, the moon belongs to the Wienersmiths, you filthy Earth scum, in giant letters visible from Earth, as long as we didn't claim to actually believe it. So the illustration is the moon with, the moon belongs to the Wienersmiths, and an arrow pointing to that says cool, and then the moon belongs to the Wienersmiths, and then in brackets for real, and an arrow saying not cool. Elaine, Musk is just using his normal strategy of I'll say I can do it, then research it later. Oh, 100%. Esme, between me and Jess, you won't need to pick up another book. Well, sweet. Although Jess is reading Twilight, which is a slightly different vibe, but still fun. What about eminent domain? I don't know how that applies to space, but they may or may not get into that specifically. Okay. The problem with taking a sip of that is that it makes my mouth water for a second, and then I have to like... Sorry, that was not a good noise, but whatever. Other players could do likewise. China, India, and the European Space Agency, or private launch corporations for that matter. Add in the fact that only a tiny amount of the lunar surface is especially useful, and that the most likely parties to an argument are nuclear powers, and you have what might be called an interesting situation. Kelly attended the 2019 International Astronautical Congress. Think Space Nerd Prom, only with the major officials from world government and space agencies. Where she sat in on a private session on space law. The going opinion among US officials? Space law is too slow and nobody agrees on the path forward, so we should just pass national rules, try to get friendly nations to agree to go along with them, and do our thing. God damn it, Americans! The problem as we see it is that doing our thing may involve quasi-territorial claims that push the interpretation of international law to its limits. Most worrisome, this decision to rush headlong into crisis might be taken even if there's no good economic or military reason to do it. Zach once talked to some international security scholars about why nations do the things that make no sense. His specific question was about something called helium-3, which is a substance several governments, companies, and space agencies say will mine from the moon for its economic value. For reasons we'll discuss later, we believe this is a plainly silly idea, and we wondered why all these different players were claiming to be interested. The response was along the lines of, well, the attitude is, if China does it, we have to do it too. Space officials aren't coy about this either. In a 2020 interview with the New York Times, NASA Administrator Bill Nelson said regarding the Chinese presence on the lunar surface, "We have to be concerned that they would say, this is our exclusive zone, you stay out." If you want to safely settle space, technology is hard, but it isn't enough. We also need at least somewhat harmonious international relations. That's not looking great on Earth right this second, and space might not be all that much different. In a 2022 report put out by the Defense Innovation Unit, written by workshop attendees hailing from organizations like the U.S. Space Force and Air Force, the authors say a new space race with China has already started. As they write, the competition represents a major inflection point, not just for the 21st century, but for all of human history. The new space race seeks to achieve nothing less than the permanent establishment of the first off-planet human settlement propelled and sustained by a thriving to, in, and from space economy. Moon mining is seriously being talked about right now, but yeah, the whole helium-3 thing, I've already read their rant about it because boyfriend shared it with me because he knows that I have played several games and know multiple things about the whole helium-3 on the moon thing. It's not worth it, is the conclusion. There is not nearly enough of it to be worth it. At least not the helium-3. But we'll get there. We will get there. Probably not for several weeks because I don't know how quickly we're going to get through this book, but we'll get there. But there is some room for optimism. Humanity has peacefully regulated Antarctica and the bottom of the sea, areas that are similar to outer space in terms of being basically terrible and largely inaccessible until the mid-20th century. Whether we can continue to do that in outer space, which since the 1950s has been deeply tied to national prestige, is trickier. But suppose we pull all this off. We've got bubble ecologies, China and the United States are getting along great thanks to a brilliant new legal framework, and we're all making top-notch space babies. We still face one last problem. Us. Given the difficulty of settling space, those who favor it generally come to the table with aspirational goals for humanity. One of the most plausible is that a second human civilization is essentially a backup copy in case we accidentally nuke this one, or cook it, or it gets hit by an asteroid. In this vision, space settlement is a plan B for our species, which makes space settlement a worthy goal regardless of risk or short-term return on investment. But are we certain a plan B strategy actually delivers increased likelihood of species survival? It may not. Space bastardry, the long view. The most detailed treatment of the issue comes from international relations scholar Dr. Daniel Dudney. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where this footnote came from and whether or not I missed it, but I don't think I did. Anyway, comes from Dr. Daniel Dudney in his book Dark Skies, Space Expansionism, Planetary Geopolitics, and the Ends of Humanity. It's an involved argument, but the basic idea is this. Humans being what we are, the move to space creates at least two forms of existential peril. The risk of nuclear conflict on Earth due to a scramble for space territory, and the risk of heavy objects being thrown at Earth if humans are allowed to control things like asteroids and massive orbital space stations. See The Expanse. Space elitism colony is more likely. Yes, that's exactly the concern, especially if corporations are involved, but that it does not necessarily completely clear up if we're talking about governments, or in fact, absolutely doesn't clear up if we're talking about certain governments. The first point could at least in principle be resolved by a proper legal regime, but the second point is trickier. The more capacity we have to do things in space, the more capacity we have for self-annihilation. That doesn't require anything like interplanetary war either. Terrorism would be enough and would probably be harder to eliminate. Dudney is not popular among space settlement geeks. Well, we, the space bastards, like him. He seems like a genuinely nice guy. But we think he needs to be taken seriously. If he's right, then even if we make the needed technology that can work out the law, there still remains a strong argument against a massive human presence in space. Note that there are at least two different ways things could go badly. The first is simply more human presence in space increasing the odds of a bad outcome. The second issue is what you might call the tendency of space bastardocracy. This will be detailed further, but there are reasons to suppose space settlement, as generally imagined, might be especially likely to produce cruel or autocratic governments. Making Didney's arguments especially concerning is the fact that among space settlement advocates, which let's remember includes two of the richest men on Earth, both of them rocket company owners, there are all sorts of questionable beliefs about how space will improve humanity. Space settlement is something people have wanted to do since the Victorian era. There are long-standing societies dedicated to the idea, and over the years they've built up all sorts of arguments for why humans must go to space, must go soon, and how everything will be great when we get there. Depending on which theory you believe, space is supposed to lessen the chance of war, improve politics, end scarcity, save us from climate change, reinvigorate a homogenized and rapidly wussifying Earth, and in one wildly held notion called the overview effect, make us all as wise as philosophers. If any of these were true, they might defeat Didney's arguments. But if we're all going to be philosophers up there, why worry about war? Or if we have a shot at eliminating scarcity, maybe the existential gamble is worth the danger. The problem is that, for reasons that would be detailed in the rest of the book, these ideas are almost certainly wrong. But they remain widespread and influential among powerful technologists in the space settlement movement and in space agencies. One long-standing thread of space settlement ideology is broadly libertarian and conservative, seeing the modern Earth as increasingly homogenized and bureaucratized and in need of influence of space frontier civilization to show us a tougher, freer, better way. Space libertarians! Anyway... Elon Musk likely believes some form of this. Consider his recent tweet arguing that unless it is stopped, the woke mind virus will destroy civilization and humanity will never reach Mars. Okay, apparently the typo is his, I guess. A related version of this idea is that space will be like the old American West, which purportedly made the United States its modern, dynamic, and ruggedly individualistic self. Yeah, because that's turned out super well for them. Also Canada, who has adopted a lot of the same shit. If we find hostile aliens, galactic war is a possibility. I mean, sure, but that is one of the... That's an interesting thought, because A, we're not going to find hostile space aliens on Mars. But that might be one of those things where it's like, come together to face a greater problem. like honestly, I don't think that it would universally work or anything, but there is a solid chance that if we, ended up with like galactic war with aliens, and okay, to be fair, I don't think it would be galactic war because we can't even fathom getting out of our galaxy right now. So even if an intergalactic alien species came to us, we would never go to them to blow them up. It just wouldn't happen. But interstellar, sure. But regardless, that might unify humanity because we would have very little other choice. But I would prefer to not have to get to that point to accomplish that. Okay, anyway. This idea goes back to the 19th century, but hasn't been mainstream among historians since the 1980s. Yet it lives on in government and military documents, political speeches, the National Space Society's Statement of Philosophy, and is promoted by Dr. Robert Zubrin, president of the Mars Society. Jeff Bezos likely got his theory of space settlement from Dr. Gerard K. O'Neill, a professor at Princeton whose lectures Bezos attended as a young student. O'Neill's philosophy for space oriented around large solar-powered space stations as a way to save Earth's economy and ecology. This argument may have been plausible circa 1970, when it was widely believed that space would keep getting cheaper and that energy and food crises would result in unprecedented worldwide famines by the 1980s. Today, you can do a much better job of saving Earth's biosphere with Earth-based solar and wind power. Even if we thought space settlements could take pressure off Earth's seas and lands, they will absolutely not arrive in time to thwart any environmental calamity. Whatever else you could say about these ideas, they do appear to be sincerely held. In our experience, people often think that space billionaires are hucksters or liars or even Ponzi schemers. It's never fun being in the position of saying, guys, wait, these billionaires are misunderstood. But look, setting aside the hype and showmanship, there's every reason to believe rocket billionaires really care about space settlement. Jeff Bezos gave his valedictorian speech at a high school student on the topic of space colonies, and today is the most important advocate for large rotating space station settlements of the type advocated for by O'Neill. When Elon Musk first got rich off the sale of PayPal before he created SpaceX, he looked into sending a mouse colony or a small greenhouse to Mars. There's no money to be made doing this sort of thing. Musk wanted people to see his visions for space during a time when space activity was lackluster. In our experience, a lot of people think SpaceX in particular is some kind of scam, using old government-created space technology for personal enrichment, or somehow hiding the true cost of space launch to fleece public coffers. We've encountered this idea again and again, and all we can say is that it's so contrary to the plain facts as to verge on a conspiracy theory. However you feel about Musk, SpaceX has genuinely revolutionized space launch, and every space agency on Earth, including NASA, has failed to duplicate their technology. In fairness, Musk's SpaceX, Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin, and other rocket launch companies have gotten plenty of government contracts, but that's been the standard way space has been done in the United States since the early days of spaceflight. The revolution in pricing only arrived with SpaceX. Both Bezos and Musk overhype things, yes, but the evidence is that they actually believe in a space settlement future. What concerns us is not that they're lying, but they have weird beliefs about human sociology that may shape the future in undesirable ways. Have fun storming the novel. Will do, Esme. Rest well. Glad that you dropped in for a bit. Okay, I need to... How long is this chapter? Okay, we're almost done this chapter. We are past 8, so I think I will probably jump into WoW once we're done this chapter. Which, by the way, is just the introduction. And yeah, I do believe that Musk and Bezos believe what they're saying, or at least want what they are advocating for, but they're also bastards, so. Also, like, SpaceX has done some incredible things, and I will never deny that. I think SpaceX has a lot to be admired about it. I just don't give Musk any credit for that, because I don't think he actually deserves it. I don't think he does anything except talk. And, make working there more miserable and less safe. Anyway. The case for space at a moderate pace. So here's the position we're in. Space settlement isn't going to eliminate scarcity or make us wise or save the environment. Even if it could, the technological and scientific barriers to doing it safely in the near term are enormous and underappreciated. Even if we had the technology, the legal structures right now would likely produce a conflict as parties scramble for turf. If we're really unlucky, international competition might force pointless geopolitical escalation among nuclear powers. And even if all of that stuff were handled, there would still be good reasons to curtail our ambitions for the long term. And with all that said, very powerful people, aided by recent national laws and multilateral agreements, are pushing to make these things happen as soon as possible. We don't think this has to mean that space settlements should never happen. What we do think is that space settlements probably are and ought to be a project of centuries, not decades. In particular, we'll argue that if humanity wants space settlements, we should take a wait-and-go-big approach. Wait for big developments in science, technology, and international law, then move many settlers at once. But the waiting isn't just sitting around. In the following pages, we learn about spider bots on the moon, baby making on Martian roller coasters, the number of humans needed to represent a viable breeding population, and also some weird stuff. Even if our species never settles Mars, deciding how we might do it is a project that requires objectively awesome and bizarre research and development in almost every field of human endeavor, from artificial wombs to international law. No amount of science guarantees that we can eliminate long-term existential risk, but if space settlement plans are operating on the scale of hundreds of years, we've at least got time to work things out. Elaine, his only real skill is getting venture capitalists to sign on to his ideas. Exactly. He's just a talking head with too much money. That's all he is. And also he's an asshole with a weird breeding kink anyway. A quotation used in 99.9999% of all books about space settlement comes from rocketry founding father Konstantin Tsiolkovsky. Jesus, that is the most Russian name I have ever seen. Who wrote in a 1911 article, "The Earth is the cradle of humanity, but one cannot forever live in the cradle." Perhaps, but we should remember that what emerges from a cradle is not a full-grown adult, but a toddler, lacking in knowledge, very excited, and prone to self-destruction. Oh my god, yeah, like, parenting a toddler, I haven't done it, but as far as I can tell, it's literally like 98% trying to keep them from killing themselves. Anyway, if we do plan to leave this place, better to do so as an adult. Let's spend the awkward years learning and then strike out for new vistas. Your Introduction to Space Bastardry. Think of this book as the straight-talking homesteader's guide to the rest of the solar system. If you're new to space settlement, most of it will be unfamiliar to you, and we hope quite surprising. If you're already a bit of a space settlement geek, we expect you'll find a vision that is more realistic and holistic than you've seen in any other book on the topic. The book is divided into 6 chunks. The first is about what space does to human bodies and minds. The second is about where we might place those bodies and minds in space. The third is about how to have them not all die. The fourth section is about whether any of this is or ought to be legal. The fifth section is about how we might update the law to better accommodate human settlement while keeping an eye on the humans back home. The final section concerns sociology, growth, whether we can achieve for Plan B for humanity, and whether it's desirable to do so. Because we're trying to cover so much ground without losing too much nuance, we chose close each section with a nota bene, a weird yarn from our research that doesn't necessarily contribute to the overall vision, but which provides a respite from the fire hose of information you're about to imbibe. We also wish to introduce you to Astrid. You can't spell multiplanetary destiny without Astrid! Art. Astrid is a space settler, and she's ready to bid farewell to this pale blue dot. With each passing chapter, we'll change her to illustrate what we've learned so far. As we go, we'll scale from what she's wearing to where she's living to her new space nation, which hopefully won't get nuked by Earth. By the end, you'll be able to decide for yourself whether her decision to settle the solar system was a smart one, either for herself or the world she left behind. All right. Exciting. That was fun. I honestly would love to continue reading, but considering how long it took us to get through this chapter, I think it would be, the next chapter is longer than this one. So, next week we might do nothing but read. We'll see. But I am definitely predicting at this point that we're going to get a chapter or 2 at most done every week. So we'll see how it goes. But I think this has been a fun start, and I hope that you guys also enjoyed it. And yeah, we'll keep on trucking. We'll see where it goes. And yeah. For now, let us jump into the worlds of Warcraft and do some dungeons. So, Elaine, if you'd like to, here's a, Benkos is lurking and probably doesn't have sound on because he's in voice chat, so I'm gonna have to message him and let me know, or ask him to let me know when things are happening. But it looks like we should have time for a couple lower level dungeons first. So, okay. I am just going to send a DM here. But yeah, if you picked up an Everbloom 2, friendo, that sounds great. Okay. Ta-da! We did it. And yeah, like I think that was nice. I'm glad that we have done something new. Whether or not it works out long term is a whole different question. And honestly, I probably should have separated this in terms of like putting it on YouTube. Can I even put that on YouTube? I don't know. Oh man. But yeah. Words are hard. I have messaged Bankos and Kato. At least now that you've done some on your main, we know the panda lady gives you keys. Yes, that is good. So here's the question. Do I want to hop on my tank? Because I can probably do a 2 no problem on my tank. I don't know how much coordination I want to do right now. It is a little scary to do tanking with a healer I don't know, because we don't have a healer right now. But yeah. I also don't know if Keita is going to be up for things right now. Do we want to just say fuck it and give it a shot as far as tanking? This might be a terrible idea. We'll see, I guess. We'll try one, and if it's horrible, we'll find that out quickly. Of course it's a fucking Everbloom though, which is, I hate Everbloom so much, but it's a 2. It's a 2. If the tanking fails horribly, I'll switch to my warrior. I do not know. I don't know how long to wait for Kato to give us a response, because I have really just absolutely no concept of when I will be potentially invited to do a 20. So I would like to do things relatively quickly, but I don't know. But Elaine, I'm going to toss you an invite. Oh, are you on? Yes, you are. No, you're not. Are you on right now? Sorry. I'm thinking not, from what I'm seeing. But yeah. It feels like it's Tuesday because it's a streaming day, which is weird. There you are. Okay. I wasn't wanting to switch screens until after I invited you for reasons. So, yeah. I'm going to invite you and hope that you are loaded in enough to take it. You had to put yourself on a pure offline. No worries. No worries. All good. Just wasn't sure what was up. Okay, I did switch this to WoW earlier. Are you gonna work? There we go. Okay. Okie dokie. Kato hasn't said anything. It's only been 5 minutes. Or technically like 3. Okay, there he is. He's saying something. Good, good. Excellent. Excelente! I'm going to jump into voice chat in my server. Elaine, if you'd like to join. I really need to... That's another one of those things that I really need to figure out is permissions on voice chats and stuff, and how to bring people in and stuff. Okay, Kato is asking for 10 minutes. Which, like, is not unreasonable. Because I don't think it's gonna be as quick as 10 minutes to get us through. Let's see. Can I get any better gear in the next 10 minutes? That's the question. I don't think I've... You know what? You know what I still haven't done is reclaiming Gilneas. I haven't done that yet. Do I have the Chandra's quest? No. I didn't think I had anything else to do before I could do the unlocking the quest that unlocks the Emerald Dream. I still haven't even finished the tour of Valdrakken on this character. It's wild. And yeah, I don't think I can go... Oh, can I just go there? Oh, I probably just missed the Super Bloom. I mean, I can double check, but I probably missed it. Gimme gear, I want it. Hi. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. The lady is here. I have a minute. Okay. Yep. Okay, so we've actually got a minute of this, and then the boss. So maybe it's a good thing that Kato wanted a few minutes, because now I can maybe get a piece of gear. because that would be nice if we could pull that off. Elaine, have you done the? Oh, have you gone to Emerald Dream at all? Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay. That is totally fine, but I might drop group briefly after this Super Bloom just to do the world boss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Cause yeah, I want gear. Like, yeah, I'm 419. If I could get any higher than that, that would be great.
Yeah.
I think I could maybe buy one more piece of gear from the Panda Lady with flight stones, but
by virtue of the boost, my character is actually higher level than that, so they...
Yep. Yeah.
427.
Yep. Yeah, my paladin is kinda squishy. And I'm glad that there's a ton of people here because doing this kind of thing as a tank is so painful. So. Okay. I am just getting punted all of the time. One of these days I will figure out what it is that I have that randomly gives my character, like, metamorphosis wings. Because it happens on my warrior sometimes, too, and I don't know what it is.
Trinket, maybe? Do they have
Well,
the
no.
same trinket?
No, because it's on both characters, and, like, my paladin doesn't have any where near the gear that my warrior has, because my warrior's gear is all from the raid, pretty much. So I don't know what it is. It might be like it might be like the Keystone Hero effect, but I don't think so. I don't know what it is. Banquos would probably know. Banquos knows everything that I don't know. Alright, chest plate is of course not one that I needed super badly, but it's still significantly better than the time walking piece I got. So that's good. Okay.
I do like that the vault works with heroic dungeons too now.
Yeah, I think that's great.
My mage already had unlocked with the heroics, you know, for...
Yeah.
From
doing
time walking, that's nice for people trying to get up to mythics.
Yeah, it really is. I appreciate that they did that. It makes a huge difference.
I remember in Shadowlands, my frustration with trying to get into heroics because the gearing was so slow then.
Yes. Yeah, they've done a much better job of helping people catch up this time around. Okay,
I mean, you had to have every piece in normal dungeon gear to get into the heroic queue, random heroic queue, and they didn't drop much gear from the normals. And then World Quest gear was not high enough. It was crazy.
Okay, so apparently they are doing probably one more 23. God damn it. And then we'll have space for me. So we can probably do one, maybe 2 dungeons in that time, if that's okay.
Sounds fine.
Okay, cool. But yeah, just gearing in general is just so much better in this expansion. And like a lot of that is just that they've decided to support people who don't want to run higher level mythics and raids. Which,
yeah.
It's about fucking time, frankly.
Wait, which?
Hi.
Also, hi. I'm here.
Hello.
I guess I could head over to wherever Everbloom is.
Yes.
In Draenor.
Also, Kato, just to be clear, I am streaming, but I am assuming you're fine with that.
Oh yes, hi Raz's stream.
I probably should have warned you about that, but you've been on my stream enough that I figured you'd be fine. So.
I mean, it's just different kind of murder hoboing.
I mean, yeah, really. I am going to attempt to do this on my paladin tank.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Are you coming on your Demon Hunter or your Warlock?
Oh, my Demon Hunter. Warlock's only level 62.
Okay. Unless you want to tank, I could let you do it.
Not particularly.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I just also figured I'd offer. I did not get any gear from the world boss. That is a bit of a bummer, but oh well. I'm going to go turn in this quest real quick and see if I can get another piece of gear. And yeah, I am now up to 420. Blaze it. Nice. But yeah, it's still pretty meh, honestly. So we'll see. Okay, I got shoulders. Sweet. Oh, good. Of course, shoulders is one of the few things that I actually have better than the gear that it just gave me. Cool. My lowest piece, I think, is 385, which I think is last season's time walking. Gross. And then a bunch of 402s. So, like, it could be a little bit worse. I have a fucking Halloween ring.
Honestly, if it's current, the Halloween rings are usually pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but it's not anymore. It's definitely not anymore. Okay, so I've invited both of you, and now I can go back to that.
Oh, right. Invitations.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I just put it out. You're fine.
So
I am technically drinking gin, so. Full disclosure.
Yeah, I'm watching your stream with your the voice chat being several seconds ahead.
Yeah, the whole stream delay voice chat thing is very weird.
They had to mute the actual stream piece.
Yeah, that's expected. Although I think sometimes, not always, but sometimes people will be in groups with me and then just listening via stream and dealing with the delay, and I'm like, I could not do that. I think I'd lose my mind.
Yeah, I've done that with other like content before with streamers, and the real-time voice chat is much better. Otherwise, you're getting the comments like, you know, the suggestion's 3 seconds too late.
Yeah, exactly. Are you not gonna auto sell this? Do I have to? You know what? Whatever. I'm gonna deal with my fucking add-ons later.
Is it a junk item that you can equip?
No.
No.
But also I have an add-on that's supposed to just auto sell every gray item.
Yeah, I have one too. Well, it doesn't. I click a button to do it, but it won't do gray ones that I can equip because they transmog.
As far as having a button, I think there's one that's just native now.
Yes, but it asks me if I'm really, really sure, and I've had the other one since Cataclysm.
It did just do that, and it was very annoying. Mine is literally called Crap Away, and it pleases me that it's called Crap Away, and so I just keep it.
Mine's called Sell Junk. The button says Sell Junk. It's very easy.
Yeah, I think I did use that one briefly when Crap Away wasn't updated for like several months, but it's back now. So, and it just makes me giggle that it's called Crap Away, so I keep it.
You know what? Whatever makes you happy.
You know what? Wow, I don't actually want my garrison ability, but thanks though.
Oh, right.
Okay, so
honestly, I was mostly surprised I had a garrison key on this character. I mean, I know it's a toy now, but there is a garrison here.
Oh, I also have an Everbloom too. That's very funny, because I was like, oh, did it just default to the key that Elaine had? No, it's because I picked up a keystone the last time we did this, and it was also an Everbloom too, which is funny.
Cross your fingers it doesn't disconnect me when I try to get to Draenor this time, because it did last time. It's weird.
Well, that is super weird, but Elaine and I are both here, so would you rather have a summon, or...?
I'm already, like, 3/4 of the way the loading screen, which has suspiciously stopped. Come on, buddy, you can do it.
I believe in you, Keita's computer.
I might have to get another SSD just for WoW because I can't put it on the one that there's not room on my current one because WoW is huge now.
Right, yeah. It's kind of ridiculous.
This is an upgraded garrison. This isn't even a default garrison. The fuck have I been doing?
Alright, well, we're taking a 438 Resto Shaman with 0 rating. Let's go!
What was their gear?
438. Okay, I was gonna say, are we cool with a second mage? That's not ideal, and then they canceled anyway, so, okay.
Alright, I'm just gonna head towards... Oh yeah, I can be summoned now, sorry, yes. That would be nice.
Okay,
I gotta get your servant out of my garrison. He's traumatic for me.
Okay, if you would kindly click, Elaine, which I can't tell if you are or not. I don't know where anybody is in this. Why have I gotten, the only 2 DPS I've gotten have been 2 mages? 428, 0 rating druid? Sure, why the fuck not? Let's go.
Maybe there's a good, gear for mages in there.
Maybe. I have no idea. Okay, you got the invite, or the summon. I wasn't sure if it actually went out for a second there. Would you be willing to get off so I can see you? Thank you.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
I don't believe in getting off on stream, but I mean...
Shut up, Kato. Alright.
I was gonna say you cannot silence me, and then I realized that you literally could.
I literally could.
I was in here a couple days ago, but I was being dragged through by like a 20-some hundred rating lock, so I don't remember anything.
So are we doing
Drano.
my Everbloom 2 or yours?
I mean, it's up to you.
Apparently the established route is not trying to get up a little hill that no one was ever meant to get up and then yelling at everyone who fails at it. So that's nice.
Where is the...
And yeah, like the druid and shaman both appear to not have done any mythics on this character or these characters, so I appreciate you, buddy.
I shall I-beam and then do it again, and not much else. I will say, Raz, when you were being like, oh yes, let's get this person and that person, and I was thinking to myself, oh, it'll be fine because Raz is carrying us. And then I realized that Raz is not carrying us.
No, I'm not. We're
if
all
anyone's
a
carrying
bunch
here,
of
it's
babies. I mean,
and
weirdly enough,
terrifying.
yes. Aw, they appreciate me.
To time warp. First boss, you think, or...
Yeah, I think first boss because we're gonna want it on the third boss probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do it on the second class boss because then it won't be up.
Yes. Yeah. Which I mean.
I am.
Or oh well no I mean the third boss because Yalnu isn't that hard.
Oh well, yeah, well whatever you want. I guess that is.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just know that the third boss is an absolute bitch. So, Elaine, are you using yours? Sure, use yours. I will do a pull 10, so when that ticks down, feel free to activate. Also, I have no food buffs, and all that, but I apparently do have some augment runes, so I'm using those.
I think I almost have enough money, but not rep for the permanent one.
Yeah,
oh, it's got like 12k more to go.
I did bully Jester into paying for it for me. And I do not feel any shame. Oh, man. But yeah, like, I know how to tank. I have tanked in this expansion. It should be fine. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to do smallish pulls. because I am not a total masochist, at least not in this context. Oh man.
I mean, it's a 2 as well, so they're generous on the
Yeah.
timers anyway.
They are very generous on the timers for 2s. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I wanted to be upfront with everybody that we're all mythic babies here. And also, like, there's no affixes. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Hey, Stinger, get over here. Get over here. Come here. You
Well,
shit.
actually, no, I'm kidding.
Shut up. Don't
Tyrannical
test
is
me,
still in the
Kato.
fix, Raz.
Sorry, what is?
Tyrannical.
Well, okay, yeah, technically, but Captain Pedantic over here. Oh, I missed
That
the
is my
naturalist.
title. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome for acknowledging your truth. Oh man, yeah. So onward, and yeah, this healer clearly knows what they're doing. So I appreciate them.
Look, it's druids. I barely play druids, and unless
No, the
I don't
healer's
know how
the
to handle
shaman.
the oh shit, but the normal of I'd like to hot everything in sight, please. It's not too different.
I mean, yeah, but the druid is DPS. The healer is the shaman.
Oh, you're right. Never mind then.
But
Good job,
they did also say that they stopped playing their shaman to level up their priest. So like they're clearly familiar with healing in general. So yeah. Oh man, I really, oh my god, this is literally gnarl root. Is this like the same gnarl root that's in the raid? Also, I now understand why
'cause,
every
you know,
tank skips that
This is
fucking
an alternate
enemy.
universe and all that.
I guess. Also, yeah, so the wings that I have right now is, well, okay, they're gone now, but that's what I was talking about. I don't actually know where those are from. It's weird.
Oh,
No,
there's some
no,
wings from some of your abilities. A Vegigrath, did you use that?
No, I did not use any cooldowns. Those are very different wings. They don't look like Demon Metamorphosis wings, which is what these look like, and it also happens on my warrior. So I don't know if it's a toy, I don't know if it's an account-wide effect, I have literally no idea what it is.
Oh.
So,
Yeah.
I super don't know. Yeah. It looks neat, I'm not mad about it, but yeah. I don't know what it is. Okay.
I hate it when I I-beam and then they all melt and then I'm still I-beaming.
Yeah. Alright. We Gucci so far. This is going just fine. Hey, 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 hey. Get over here. You bastard. God, I hate caster mobs for that reason. Alright, now the orb hits the bro. Also, alright, no, never mind. Oh!
Oh, that was the druid.
No, that, like, I'm fine with them doing that, actually. I legitimately did not realize that there were still ads. So...
Well, stop being fine when I'm trying to tattle Raz. Jeez. Why do I have aggro? I'm too awesome. I'm sorry.
I mean,
fight
yeah,
a
I'll take
darkness
it.
cloud.
Healer says easy peasy. Good. Yeah, no, I was kind of taking a risk on the healer, but the risk has paid off, so it's all good.
Yay!
Yay!
Had
And
to-
yeah.
Well, I was yaying the fact that he stopped trying to beat my face.
Oh, well.
And
yeah.
also the healer.
I'm
That's
pretty
good
sure
too.
it was one of the minions that was aggroed on you, but I'm not 100% sure.
Nope, because Nope, I was staring at the red aggro bar on Witherbark.
Okay, well that's weird because I was also staring at the red aggro bar on Witherbark, but whatever.
Weird. Maybe you just had more aggro than me.
Maybe? I don't know. Whatever. Regardless.
Although he was definitely beating on me a couple times. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, and I apologize.
It's okay. I go hard when all my cooldowns go and there's Lust.
Yeah, and I mean also, like, I was stealing aggro from you the other day too. It happens. Banquos usually pulls these, but I think the fact that I pulled the big tree bro over there should make up for it in terms of percentage. But I am still gonna pull this one.
Healer agrees.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Keep trying to loot things and then remembering I'm in a Mythic Plus and there's no loot.
Yep. No loot at all. At all at all. Okay, that guy was kind of out of range for a second there, but we figured it out.
Vaguely recall one of these mobs cannot be tanked, and I don't remember which or if I'm misremembering.
I don't know if that's the case. If it was, it might be changed for Mythic Plus. I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't remember either way. So. Okay.
I did actually tank these back in Draenor when I had not lost all of my faith in mankind.
Yep. This poll was too big, and I regret it.
Oh, the joyous eye beams.
Yeah! Alright. I'm gonna lay on hands myself, because yikes. Of course my fucking interrupt was on cooldown. Which is annoying, because I'm supposed to be a walking interrupt. But, you know, not if I don't manage it well, so... Well, that was maybe a little ambitious.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you're having fun, friend. Yeah.
Look, I've been playing mostly with you. I don't get to feel awesome because, like, you look at them sideways and all the mobs are dead, so,
I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. I hate the
it.
stupid spitty nonsense of these ones. Okay, I didn't really mean to grab the one across the way, but it'll do. At this point, I'm probably over pulling, but like, whatever. And by that, I mean, like, percentage-wise. But it's
57.
Fine. Yeah, like, I don't know the patterns in terms of what you need to do to get the percentage required in here, so...
Honestly, I'd rather not have to come back, so, personally.
Well, I know. So yeah, killing more things is better than not killing enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I am going to... do we want to do the jumping around to skip? Okay, it looks like nobody does. So, if nobody wants to do it, I won't do it, because no point.
You interrupt DBM.
I don't think they're gonna take that bait for you. Also, oh god, there was a pat, and I didn't notice the pat.
More friends.
Franz. Hey, can you fucking pull on? Thank you. The aggro though.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I
it's
did
okay.
A stun, though.
No. For the record, I was talking to the mob, not you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
He was
not actually
doing
criticizing, just complaining about them walking in and having aggro on you.
It's because the pat I think literally walked directly into my eye beam.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Also, yeah, like oh my god, Kato, the eye beams.
I'm sorry. I have referred to myself as an eye beam generator like multiple times now. I don't know what you want from me.
I mean, true. I should just expect it. But yeah, it definitely yoinks aggro, especially like early on in a pull. And yeah, wow, this skip really, like the little awkward runaround really does skip quite a few enemies. So, all right.
Because my eye beams crit, and also my crit damage is increased by a percentage of my crit percent, and whatever, it's a lot of damage right off.
Yeah. Okay, you need to actually... Here, I just need to hit this guy real quick, so that he stays hitting me. Oh, of course now the other guy's frickin' not aggroed on me. Get over here!
Sorry.
Get over here, you filthy bastard! I mean, whatever. At least it's you and not, like, the druid. I would feel worse if it was someone I'm not in voice chat with.
You would feel worse if it was someone you actually cared about. No, I'm kidding.
No, that's why I said voice chat. Oh, man,
Which
yeah.
one is next? Is it the X that I'm not hitting?
Yes,
Whoops.
yes, it is that one. That's okay. I had to pull him over here anyway.
Stop making circles I can't stand in, you stupid mobs.
Yeah,
wish
it's
to
very
plant my
annoying.
feet and not
I
move.
genuinely hate this boss, because it's just a clusterfuck, and I hate it.
It is, I mean, I'm very cleavy, so it's good for my DPS numbers.
I mean,
still
sure,
don't
but
love
I
it.
hate it even on my Fury Warrior because it's just too fucking much. And yeah, the circles are very frequent and very annoying, and I hate it. And like, I don't even know if I'm like supposed to be running this far out.
I could have sworn he was less dead a second ago. Does he heal? Is that one heal? I thought the other one healed.
No, the other one does. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh, must have just misglanced.
Yeah.
My children are doing things. They're making noises that are not the usual noises, and it makes me nervous.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that is a little concerning. Never trust a
they're
cat.
fighting, that's why.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Better than too quiet.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
It's trouble either way.
But at least you know where the trouble is occurring if they're making noise.
Currently
yeah.
next to me on the water shelf.
Well, fun. Good job, boys. Proud of you. Okay.
Also, are we talking furry children or the human variety?
No,
the furry ones.
Cats.
Yeah. 98% of the time, if I am talking about children, they are cats.
Well, you know, at some point I remember resisting the notion of calling my cats children, and apparently at some point I gave up on that.
Yeah. I just
remember
don't
what my
care.
problem was.
Like nobody serious is actually comparing their cats to children. It's not a comparison thing.
Sadly, there are a few.
There are a few. You're right, but that's why I said no one's serious, because those are unserious people. Okay, so
45 seconds on my cooldown on time warp.
Okay, then we'll just use it on Yalnu then. If that's the way that it works out and we just sped through here super quick, then fantastic. So, yeah. We should be good on the assistance over there. And yeah, like, I definitely pulled enough trash, clearly. But again, better too much than not enough.
Oh, is this the one that has something I have to jump over?
Yes. Or, I think?
Good.
I don't know if it does anymore. You can't get hit by the frost orbs or it does freeze you, which isn't a huge deal for DPS, as you just discovered, but would probably be very bad if I got hit by it, because if the tank is stunned, the enemy goes after everybody else.
What was that?
So, yeah, there's also an arcane orb thing that pulls you in, and it just dragged me directly into a frost orb, so fuck you.
Me too. Like, I moved a little bit, and I was like, I didn't mean to move that way.
Yeah, I got out of one of them, and then, so yeah, it's the big purple ball over there, then it drags you in. Which is not a huge deal, usually, except when, you know, it fucking knocks you into the stupid goddamn frost thing. Okay.
We just pull these 3 or these 4, yeah, because we're done with percentage.
Yeah.
So.
I know, I'm not gonna get the extras. We just actually have to walk through these ones, so.
It gives them more time to open the gate anyway.
Yeah, it does. Alright. Fantastic. Whee!
Let's go save Stormwind. Wait a minute, why am I saving Stormwind?
I mean, I'm a dwarf right now, so.
Yeah.
I'm a blood elf. I don't know if I care about
save
Stormwind.
it on behalf of me and Elaine.
Well, alright, that's fine.
Okay, and actually, literally everyone in this party except you, because the druid is a Kultiran and the shaman is a Draenei.
I mean, Criterion is the
Hero,
best for
whenever you're ready.
druids.
I am currently stunned, so apologies on the you tanking for a minute.
It's okay. It's fine as long as I'm in meta, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
I've got a lot of leech.
Yeah. Okay, no, get over here! Get over here, you filthy bastard! Ah, don't stand in the colossal blow!
Oh, I did. Whoops. This is what I get for trying to go after the ads. Alright. Actually,
Yeah.
probably gotta do that this time.
Yeah, run over flowers, y'all.
I
All
forget
of
what
them,
happens if
if
you
we
don't run
can.
over them.
They summon ads. It's not a huge deal if it's a couple, but if it's all of them, it's a big fucking problem.
Yeah, last time I was in here, there was a carry involved. He had just popped Genesis and then he died, so I was like, alright,
Womp. Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's the one thing about carries is that it's easy and it's nice to not have to worry about mechanics, but then you don't learn mechanics, so. Alright. Get wrecked, y'all new.
Maybe they'll give me a trinket.
Maybe. Ugh, for fuck's sakes, just target the boss. Or just kill him.
He's gotta finish channeling first. There
Exactly.
he goes. Loot! Oh good, that didn't do anything for my Mythic Plus rating, so I'm still at 666.
I got a plus
Okay,
3!
me a trinket! It heard me! Actually, that's a good trinket. It's got mastery. That's quite nice, actually.
I mean,
keeping it.
oh, the trinket, yeah. Yeah, the shaman and me both need the mace, so no hard feelings.
It's only a third? Oh wait, what's the cooldown on this one? 2 minutes. Alright, I'll macro it into my meta.
And I just upgraded to a 5 Altazar.
Oh, that's an easier one.
Altazar. I can never say those.
What's going on?
He can't trade
Yeah,
it.
he can't trade me the mace.
Rude. That's Blizzard. That's what happened with my trinket the other day. Now I've got 2 unused trinkets, and nobody wants that.
Okay,
Well, I mean, some people, maybe.
Okay.
Wow, that was fun!
Okay,
What's your time? Do you have time for one more, or are you gonna get out so you can do your 20?
I am not sure because they might want a bit of a break afterwards, but they are currently on the final boss of Italdazar, so.
Okay. Wait
Like-
and find out.
Well, like, the question is also, how long did this one take? I don't know when we started.
You know what, I bet that party, totem tattles on you
Well,
now.
our run
because of
time
me.
was 1709.
Okay, I mean, that's not bad.
Ooh, Waycrest. Wait, how'd you get a 2 from this?
Because I had a 2 Everbloom and I talked to her and I said I want a different keystone, please.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
You can do that if you do. So your key, you have to do a key that's either the same level or higher, and you have to time it. Then you can swap it out for a different dungeon by talking to the panda at the end of the dungeon. So, I want to run another with you guys, but I don't think I have time to.
Well, go be a witch
That's
somewhere
fine.
else then, I guess. Ooh, Let's see if...
I mean, I wasn't really planning on definitely getting mythics done on this alt today anyway. So.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, I'd love to keep doing this with you guys. Just, yeah, I just want to get at least one decent key done this week for vault reasons.
Yeah.
That is literally my only reason.
Which, I mean, that was great about getting this run for me, as it puts at least that first item in the vault up to mythic level.
Right, yeah, exactly. So that's great. And honestly, it'll be great for my paladin as well. I'm glad I did it on this character, so sweet.
Just, you know, remember to check the vault.
I mean, yeah. I'll try. That's not a guarantee by any means. Yeah, okay. I mean, whatever. I'm sorry. I feel bad. I thought we were gonna have time for 2, and I just don't think that we do, so.
That's fine. I'm not upset.
I know, but I want it to be more helpful. And I also dragged Kato online, so that's part of it too. But yeah.
I'm gonna get a 467.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
It says to improve it more, I have to do a mythic 10 or better. Isn't that convenient that I've got an 11 key if I can find some suckers to do it with me?
Yeah, Banquo's just said they just finished, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys. So, yes.
Right.
Yeah, I guess
Does
I have
that
to
mean
hop
I need
into...
to go now?
I mean, you don't have to go. I need to hop into their voice chat, so, but
Well, I'm not gonna hang out in your voice chat by myself. So, all right.
I mean, I figured, but yes. Anyway, bye. Well, yeah,
Bye.
well, yes, bye. I'm glad that you had fun, Elaine. That is excellent. Yeah, I guess I will hop into their voice chat, and we'll see how that goes.
Hello.
Hello. For the record, just so everyone knows, I am currently streaming. If you hate that, I can either stop or mute Discord.
It's fine by me. I don't mind.
Okay. Just don't want to sign anyone up for that without asking. That's all.
Okay.
I myself cannot figure out how to get Discord to stop going over my stream.
I figured it out like a while ago. But...
I would probably have to ask how, but you know, I know there's a way.
it requires a separate audio channel for Discord itself.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. Well, then it's good that you guys are cool with it, but also, like, ending the stream at 9 on Mondays is not unheard of, so it wouldn't be the end of the world to just do that. But yeah, I will keep streaming for this dungeon if you guys don't mind, so cool.
We're back.
So we are doing Rise?
Yeah, let's do Rise.
Okay. Cool. Honestly, if this is bathroom break moment, I should probably also do that. I will be right back.
Okay.
Then I'll feed the cats early.
I'm gonna head on out. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday.
Yeah. Later, Helena.
Later.
No. I can't believe you're a Power World monster.
I'm loading it up right now. Holy crap.
How's Power World? I'm kind of like hesitant to drop in since it's like seems really early access at the moment.
I don't know, like I'm level 7 maybe, around there. Level 8. I'm pretty low still.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting to see if like the hype drops off from the Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
also want the game to be further in before I judge it.
I don't think that Pal World's vibes are going to be for me, but we'll see if it changes.
Itchy Pokemon is itchy.
Yeah, like that's the thing. I can't really disagree with my boyfriend. He was saying that, like, you know, adding murder to a game to make it less for kids kind of just makes it more childish. Because it's like, tee-hee, now I can kill the Pokemon. Okay, enjoy. But, I mean, that's obviously not the only element of the game. I just don't have enough interest to dig into it more than that, so...
Yeah,
a friend of mine was very surprised that I'm not into it because he had erroneously assumed that I was super into Pokemon, and I'm just like, I have zero beef with Pokemon, but I played one Pokemon game on Game Boy, not Game Boy Color, Game Boy, and then I played a bit of Scarlet last summer, and that's it. So, not a Pokemon person. I don't know. Okay.
I get weird about Pokemon because I've kind of halfway dropped off.
What kind of weird?
I don't know. I'll play every other version, I guess.
Okay.
At this point.
Yeah. I have technically played the Pokemon TCG a bit, but I'm not gonna keep doing that.
Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TCG or Pokemon?
Yeah.
In general.
Specifically, well, I technically both, I guess, just because I don't really play the games anyway. But yeah, I'm not going to get into building decks and stuff. I just did a couple pre-release events, and they just give you a pack of cards, and you have to use those cards to build a deck. And the deck is smaller, and there's just it's less competitive and more just kind of fun and beginner friendly. So I thought that was fun, but I don't think that I'd just play the TCG as it normally is, so...
I got really into the Pokemon Online pre-constructed decks
Okay.
for a while.
Interesting.
And then
Revolution?
Hmm?
Pokemon Revolution?
No, the Pokemon Online thing. The online game for the TCG
Yeah.
that they have.
Ah,
Yeah.
That where you couldn't spend the only money you could spend was real life money.
Yes. Yeah.
And it became very clear that those decks were not balanced very well.
Not even a little bit. And words. What was I gonna say about that? But yeah, if you have cards in real life, you can add them to that. But yeah, it's not balanced.
is it my key or Raz's key?
It's Razuki.
Okay.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Do you have a slightly higher level key, Nikki?
22.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're just gonna chill it at 20.
That's fine, I don't mind.
Okay. Everyone's ready. Full time. Good luck
Mm-hmm.
on getting mounts.
So how many Pokemon does anyone play here?
I have dabbled into all but Black 2 and basically any of the sequels.
I stopped around Game Boy.
I feel like and same Nikki, but I think my most engagement with Pokemon content period was that I watched the anime in the 90s.
I mean, Saturday morning cartoons were...
Yeah.
That was it.
It was a vibe. I mean, I don't think that it's aged particularly well, but I mean, it's not that bad. So.
WB Kids?
I don't know if that would have been the channel it was on up here, because I'm in Canada, but maybe? I can't remember. Ugh, sorry. Stood in crap.
Okay. I stood in that.
Yeah, you did.
I was running in a different position and just found it.
Yeah, I was like, oh no, I took avoidable damage. I'll heal myself, and then I realized that also healer dead. Yike.
Heavy myth burning volley. Should be fine. Okay. I'm pulling fake tear into the maiden.
Okay.
I mean, he
Or
did,
not.
so.
YTV. That's what it was called.
Yes, it probably would have been YTV. I definitely had YTV.
Hylos. Oh my god. I just remembered him.
Honestly, I think the main like weird old school thing that comes to mind from that is Reboot.
Yeah.
God, reboot.
Reboot
I
was
remember
good
the
shit.
voice of Mini Moon.
Oh, come on. I thought it was going to stop at her, but she started it over there, and so it went back to there, and I got smacked.
It comes back.
Well, yeah, I thought that it went back to her, not the place it started from, and I was wrong.
Yeah. I know. Good son.
Lessons have been learned.
Got it. Yeah, the one thing I remember is when the voice actor of Mini Moon was started co-hosting on YTV. I don't know why I remember that.
This must have been something that stood out.
I grew up on You Can't Do That on television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
That, X-Men, and Angry Beavers, Ren and Stimpy.
Again, there's always a little bit of a Canadian flavor to my nostalgia. So, like, we had Popular Mechanics for Kids, which was where Jay Baruchel first existed. So that's fun.
Mr. Dress Up.
Yep, Mr. Dress Up, fantastic stuff. It's funny. So last year I watched the Mr. Rogers documentary, right? And great documentary, good stuff, no complaints. But then I watched the Mr. Dress Up documentary recently, and they talked about how Fred Rogers and Mr. Dress Up, whose actual name I currently forget, were like good friends, and Fred Rogers and his show actually got started in Canada because Canada was the one that had like more funding for kids programs and stuff at the time, and his show never would have existed if he hadn't started in Canada. And the Mr. Rogers documentary just decided to completely omit that information, and I was really salty about it. This is Canadian erasure.
Watch out for. There we go.
Nice.
But yeah, the 3 cheers for CBC, I guess.
That doesn't look good.
Get over here.
Okay, I'm gonna stay around here.
Yes, I'm not going to go on a wild goose chase this time.
Okay, nothing touched.
Excellent.
God damn it, I'm stunned. I'm stunned.
Oh boy.
I think I picked you up and almost went too far.
Okay, if I could stop
Choke it.
standing in Nikki's thing. Oh
Sorry,
shit.
sorry.
Oh.
I tried.
If you can res her, that would be great.
Always nice to have a big resident party.
There we go.
Thank you.
Shit.
Ah, god damn it.
That's fine.
Well, what isn't fine is that I got up, used my cooldowns, and then apparently wasted them.
Shit.
Oh god, there's so many!
Oh, one god?
2.
Ugh.
Please don't die.
Ow.
I'm channeling.
not to hit anyone with that circle.
Yeah. Rough.
I just went ahead and rallied for that one, because why not?
Yeah. Please kill him.
I'm trying.
Oh god. That was almost real bad.
That was almost, he was gonna be annoying.
Well, yeah, maybe not real bad, but super obnoxious for sure.
Okay, let me pull them down. Shit.
Now I cannot see my feet under this dragon.
Curse. Darkness. Okay.
Okay, let's see how I do this today.
Am I a pro gamer today or not?
Right out the gate, I'm gonna go ahead and say no for me.
Come on, just
it.
hit him with the left and right. They don't know which way is left and right. Oh no, I'm screwed.
Okay.
You make it?
Yeah, I just made it.
Alright.
I saw him aim like 8 of them at you. I was like, I'm just gonna go the other way.
I was like 80% of the way there and then I got hit, so that sucked.
We're at 50%.
I don't know how I did that without cloak.
Oh
I don't
damn,
even know
I
which
got
one
hit.
hit me there.
And it's open.
Yeah, yeah. Let's just click it.
Okay.
Oh. These dragons take 5 seconds to spawn.
They take so long.
Oh my god, I can't see shit and I got stunned. The camera hit the barrier and it completely fucked me over. Which, I mean, to be fair, is my fault for running the wrong direction.
You shitting me?
You stunned?
Yes.
Okay.
Could not see the timeless curse for the breath. And then...
I mean, I'm with you on the shit visibility, so...
Well, the breath and the timeless curse are the same color.
Yeah, that's true, they are.
Okay. Raz, get the next.
Yeah, gotcha. But I appreciate you calling it out.
Bye, Peanut. Okay. Hello, Bloom. Crux, you're up. Hello.
Hey, that's not far. He's back again.
Someone walk up to the gate so Crummy will go talk to it.
Did she not go? There you go.
You have to walk up to it, or otherwise she's gonna.
Just
She
stands
just
there
ignores
thinking
it.
about it.
Yep. Sure. Oh no. No, I did not want.
Oh no.
Oh, correct said. So
Oh, I got infinite burnt and bolted.
yeah. I'm working on it. Something happened and pulled the Rift Mage.
Oh,
Yeah, that's to pull the not Rift Mage.
When time gets rewritten, things get messy here.
Mm.
Be ready for anything.
Back this way. Back this way. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid pulling the Rift Mage again.
Stupid stinky rift mages.
You really only
Maybe
have
not.
to pull two, so we just pull a bunch of them.
he keeps
Hello.
popping in and out.
Yeah.
What's going on, Peanut?
Yeah, I don't hear the bloopies when streamer mode is on. I forgot.
Yeah.
I have that thing on. What are you doing?
Oh, internet's messing up.
Stop your indecision, damn it.
Yeah.
Make up your damn mind.
That's coming from a cat. So
Yeah.
Now it's time to bonk Pokemon.
I was actually thinking of getting it because I seen a meme with a bunch of dead dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, and there's a bunch of dead, knocked out Pal World things or pals.
Did they just put it in Discord?
yeah, you did.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Currently
lit.
staring at it.
You saw
Why am
a
I
meme 5
Oh, right
minutes
there.
ago.
Yeah, that's the one. I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, I believe you.
The tank's been pulled.
Oh my god, so much damage. Zappers. Eh. Eh. Oh, really? That didn't do anything?
What the hell? Shrapnel dot. That hit me fast.
Oh god, bad moment for entangling.
You were in the back.
Is that a bad place to be?
No, you shouldn't have been hit by the shrapnel dot.
Oh.
No. Watch out.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Bomber's coming out.
I shouldn't have come in. Is that me? No.
Orders are on me.
Well, now he's dead.
God, that tank sucks. Oh, bomb guy.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh boy. Fun times.
Hate this crash.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Can't tab target it.
And it's oh
Yeah.
yeah, you can't, and it's just so messy. And that rallying shout cast is too fast.
I'm getting one of them. Holy light.
Hello, Miss Lily.
God.
It's okay, we're okay.
I need to move.
Run away! Come here, child. Stay in your box,
Alrighty.
though.
Let's go.
It's
Really? I
Anduin
said
low.
stay in the box.
There's Hero. Why is it Anduin?
Because we have a Hordy.
You're welcome? I
That's
guess,
important.
is it because I'm technically my key, maybe? I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because it's your key.
Because I thought that it was based on the majority faction of the party, but I am not the majority here.
I think if it's not someone's key.
Yeah, it must be.
That's mortal
Oh.
strikes.
Yeah, point the shockwave out. Happening soon. 2 seconds on shockwave. Point it out.
Shockwave's happening.
Oh. Close. Hey, this dude's free casting on me.
I got him.
Damn. Rick,
Sorry, I don't
bye-bye.
want to drag that through you. I'm just gonna get hit if I go the other way.
Serious. Can we get a Balros? Spirit. Wait, let's do it.
Okay. So much garbage on this fight. This fight is just so chaotic.
It's- Okay. Go fast.
I can't make it.
Yeah, me neither.
I got the thing. Come on, Drew.
Ooh. Wait. Back.
Okay, I got it. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
Oh, we had a rogue.
Hello.
Me might. I run with the rogue like half the time. I always forget I have a rogue.
I keep forgetting to get the weak aura to let you know when that thing's gonna fall off, though.
Yeah, I guess that would technically be helpful. Okay, the kitty can get her attention while we're running, and then she can leave me the fuck alone during Morchi, right, Lily?
Good old Morchi.
That is why I fed mine, so that they didn't sit there and nip away at my leg.
Oh, they've been fed. She's just baby.
The baby cat is, I can't say in love, it's more like,
Obsession?
Yandere
Infatuation?
senpai situation I got going on with the two cats.
Yeah. Notice me.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Is it Yandere or Sundere?
Hey dog,
I don't
how's
know
it
what the
going? I
difference
didn't
is.
expect to see you here. Are you up super
One will
early
kill you.
or can't sleep? I gotta know.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. What the
Oh
hell?
shit!
Think. Oh, we stood under the rocket bot.
See that happening? Should
What are you
release or
yelling
wait?
for?
I released, I'm making my way back.
Nikki's a rogue.
Okay, then I'll wait.
I'm taking the other entrance, I gotta come in
Oh,
on the other
dang.
side.
Okay. Well, you can sneak past, so.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess I
I
technically
figure
have
it's
potions.
faster.
But yeah, probably.
God, this map
Thank you
is
for the
always so
lily yellow
useless.
light.
But yeah, the baby
What are
kitten
you yelling for?
won't let her go to litter box now.
I mean, to be fair, cats don't let people go to the bathroom without being followed either, but I guess it's a little different in terms of cat etiquette.
Yeah, they're your bathroom buddy.
Yeah.
So go.
She sits in the other litter box and watches.
That's so creepy.
I saw Crux literally like, I'm gonna get hit by this frontal.
Almost. But that's brilliant embrace.
It's this
That
one.
one.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna go out here and see.
Okay.
There's a trap here. Cool.
I'm letting your faces spread out a bit.
Nice, I got mine.
Come and get it. There we go.
I accidentally nailed Sirius.
Oh no.
That was our battle race. It's up to you! It's up to the engineer!
Let me not die. It's on circle right
Yeah,
here.
it's hard. Nice time for entanglement, though.
Spell reflect. Spell reflect.
Fuck. Something happened to me.
I averted embrace. Or no wait. That might have been rescue from when I picked you up earlier. She has friends too.
Haha.
Damn it. I need to hold still. I also need to not die.
Oh god, oh Jesus. Ah, crap on the floor.
Please get in the trap, mister.
Oh fuck, I think I got hit
You
by
stood
the
in that.
frontal. Yeah, I was trying to get out, okay?
Okay.
Elaine, you're
Okay.
right. That is either very aggressive
Where?
or very protective behavior.
Where?
From the sounds of it,
Then?
it's the second
Okay.
option, but I don't know. Nalgar, you woke up early. You might actually go back to sleep as you got another hour. That's fair, but also pleasant surprise to see you here. Hi. But yeah, if you need to get more sleep, no worries. I will be on for the duration of this dungeon, and that's it. So.
God damn it, Sirius! Fucking took my trap.
One time with pugs, I was running around and every single trap that I tried to get, like literally 4 times, everybody else in the party stole my trap.
Oh.
And then I died. And now
Oh,
Lily
wow.
is licking my fingers.
It is over there.
5,
Blue.
4, 3,
I'm probably not gonna make it.
2,
Hey,
1.
you can make it! Woo!
Seriously.
He died. That's the last familiar faces.
Lily's baby.
We did it now.
Apologies is the word I was looking for standing in the frontal, because boo hiss me.
That was fine. We haven't wiped yet, so.
Yeah.
What to do? What's this?
I think I got someone angry on Overwatch.
There's 2 arrows.
Why?
Yeah. what
Well,
you-
because I said healer diff, and then I got a friend request.
That's how you get.
Been friends another time.
Are they as toxic there as on League?
They're fairly toxic. I don't think they're as toxic. They're
Yeah, I
fairly
would say
toxic.
a little bit less, but not much.
We need to save no storm.
Because, like, the problem with League is that, like, the very structure of how it works promotes assholes, so... Which, I mean, to be fair, isn't entirely untrue of Overwatch, but I feel like League's a little worse for it.
Yeah, I play that sometimes. I like to play a Moo, and when they tilt on me, I just say thank you, and then they get pissed and leave on their own.
Bye-bye! Have a nice day!
I just make sure to wait till the match is over.
Yeah, fair enough.
Or I'll pretend I don't speak English. I've done that a few times.
That also works.
I haven't had a file in a minute. Oh no 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 no! There's no crux.
There's no aggro. We're good.
Yeah,
There's no melee.
Yeah, I know. Well, you got one.
Okay, we're good.
Cat.
I stole aggro.
Nope.
Oops.
No, no, no.
My bad.
Get the next thing on the one of the time rod. That one.
I got him.
Okay.
I got one of them.
That's cool. I blew my I'll have it interrupt on the next one.
Yeah, hopefully we won't need it. Ow, you filthy bastard.
Okay. It's just breath. Yep. There's darkness. Okay.
I believe.
We face enemies above and below.
At least there's no more trash in the second half of this little chunk.
Yeah,
By
the
that I
trash
mean
is.
rise rather than fall.
Yeah. Rise tends to be. They both are front-ended on trash, I guess.
Yeah, but there's still a whole hallway full of trash right before Iridicron, so.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Honestly, I do find the mechanics of this fight a little simpler than Iridicron too, but that doesn't mean it's easy to execute.
I'll stay still for the orb.
Get over here.
Move orb.
Wasn't too far off.
Orbs. Get out.
Sorry, I was in it.
Wow, that hurt.
Yeah, don't die.
I'm gonna take advantage of this move.
One of them's going off. We might get a second one. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Nope, we're good.
Hooray.
I'm playing a dangerous game with Verdant Embrace. I gotta move out of this fast.
Y'all go. I gotta do the breath.
Oh, darn.
You're in one. You got defenses.
It'll work.
You're good.
That was so close. It worked, dude. There's no orbs.
Okay, not bad.
Stace together.
Sorry. Yep.
We moved together. Orbs should be coming up soon.
And orb now.
Yep.
Get out of it. The faster you do, the faster I can move.
Okay. Y'all are gonna cut us off.
I I believe.
Orbs coming up.
Serious, get out of the orb. There we go. Oh shit.
Oh,
What even just hit me?
Shit.
Orbs coming up.
We have an hero, by the way. So
Oh.
don't get.
Oh, damn it. Sorry. That's a habit.
This will slow you, you blind fools. Whatever
Orbs.
future you
Okay.
It will not come to pass.
we protect Azeroth. We
I want to time this
Try to
so
keep
bad.
Move.
But also I'm dead,
Yeah.
so if we don't, it's sort of on me.
Orbs, get out.
We protect the true timeline.
Mazdormu, your time is up.
Oh.
Oh no! How am I alive? I
1%.
should have died.
We can do it. Nice.
There you go. Woo!
Quantum. What?
I thought I needed a rise.
An offhand.
We need a fall.
For what?
Just for score.
Oh, okay, fair
Did
enough.
I not cast Battle Res? What the hell? Battle Res, I mean Mass Res.
Thank you. Oh,
I got
gold.
this.
Fantastic.
It's a quantum focus.
Yeah, even use focuses. It just gives me offhands. Sometimes.
I have now timed 220s, so thank you guys for making that happen.
No problem. Are they eating Delos?
Oh yeah!
It sure looks like they are. Om nom nom.
I just like, oh, they're all just like hanging around.
Yep.
Yeah, they're talking. No,
Crunch,
they're eating them.
Debating the
Well,
ethics of cannibalism.
now you know what happens when a Drakthir dies around another Drakthir.
Oh no.
They turn to undead and cannibalize.
And now I will actually get a decent vault piece tomorrow, so that's nice.
Congrats. That's it for me. I'm gonna shower. I'm gonna take off.
Yeah, no worries. I kind of figured it was just gonna be this one, so.
Better give me a good one tomorrow. It's my birthday.
Later.
Fingers crossed.
Later, Crux.
And happy birthday in case I miss you tomorrow.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, Nikki.
Thank you.
Happy early birthday, Nikki.
Thank you.
Yes.
Not that early. Only about 4 hours.
I didn't turn that in. Yeah, I guess I'm going to hop off then. Thank you very much, guys. And
No
I will
problem.
see you on Wednesday.
Later.
Yes.
Okay, bye. Okay. So, hi. What do I want to do? I can sign off. That is an option. I can see if Kato wants to do another low key, even though Elaine has gone to bed. I don't know. But yeah, thank you for helping me out with that Bangos. I appreciate that, because I just completely dropped the ball on doing any mythics this week, and like I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't want to do another 3 high level ones tonight otherwise, because I would have to make it worth it vault wise. So I'll just stick with the one good vault slot, which, like, to be fair, I only ever get one actually good slot anyway, pretty much. And where did it go? Yeah, so I should be getting a 483 from that, so sweet. Because, yeah, like, 467 is fine. But yeah, even the vault rewards from Heroic Raid are just kind of meh at this point. So, yeah. I guess I can do an upgrade now, which is good. And yeah, it's cool. I'll get a vault piece on my paladin too, which is exciting. What do I want to upgrade? I don't... Okay, I do technically have a myth track thing that isn't fully upgraded, but it's not my best in slot, so I don't know if I should do it. Ling, you're actually still here, but the Benadryl could knock you out any second. Pet battles are more your speed at the moment. You don't want to pass out mid-key. That's fair. That is completely fair. I guess as far as... yeah. So I upgraded this one so that it would be worth swapping to the heroic level, and I guess I'll do that with this, because otherwise my boots are the same level as the other ones I replaced. And now I have the mythic appearance for that. Huzzah! You know what? I'm gonna ask Kato if he wants to do one more. Cause yeah, like, doing something super low is no problem, at the moment. Although, I mean, I don't know how low I would want to do, for Paladin. I think I could maybe do a 5 on her, but yeah, like, I wouldn't count on it. And I mean, if Kato says no, then I'll just sign off, no big deal, so... Lily. Kato is not online anymore, so I'm not expecting that to happen. Yeah. Okay, whatever. What was I gonna... Oh, right. Okay, I'm gonna go buy... It doesn't matter. I guess I can have game screen on for this. I'm just gonna go buy another... Also, ooh, there's a fancy Valentine's portal that's like rainbow swirls. That's fun. I didn't know that existed. But yeah, I think I'm gonna buy another piece of gear for my paladin. Maybe just one for now. I don't know if it would be worth it to do multiple. I'm really gonna have to actually do words are hard. I'm gonna actually have to do Valentine's stuff at some point. Oh, maybe that's what we do. Is that... Yeah, let's real quick do Crown Chemical Co., which is easy peasy, super quick, and the... I mean, this should be quick. Yeah, average wait time 65 seconds. Come on, real quick Valentine's thing, please. Pretty, please. That would be swell. Oh, I just don't care. But, like, there's shiny new things. And, like, I feel like I should care. I feel like I should care. But yeah, we're gonna... Good timing. Fantastic, fabulous timing. On that popping. So, okay, there we go. Loading screen, 2 in a row. I was just gonna go to the tendy zone. While I wait, but I don't need to now. Oh, congratulations, person with the rocket. Good for you. Also, I've already established that I do not care. Oh yeah, you gotta talk to them to do it. So I'll just go ahead and grab one of these. Here you go. I have the thing, so I can stand in the purple crap. Okay, well, this is dying awfully quickly. Yeah, okay, that was really fast. I was expecting that to be fast, but that was super extra ridiculously fast. Alright, and we got absolutely nothing of interest out of that, which is completely unsurprising, so... yeah, tendy time. Ooh, 1,100 tendies. Fantastic. But yeah, I haven't actually... see, like, I should... oh, right, it's Celebration, so it's super cheap. Sure, I'll take it. Because this is a two-person mount, and I have several of those, but it never hurts to have another one. Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. That is horrifying. Yeah, don't like that. But I mean, it's hella cheap. Oh, it's so pretty and so cute, and my troll is way too big for it. See, this is warrior gear, and I feel like I should want this, but I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. Right, fun stuff. I mean, that's cute. When the lover is also a fighter. But that's not a bow. I want you to know I hate you! Thank you. It also does a femme version of it. Oh, woohoo! So I can be terrifying in both genders. Oh, Bugsy's so cute! Oh, yeah. Okay, so Crown of the White Rose. Really cute. Again, not entirely sure whether I would use that on this character. This is also fun. Like, that's good. That's good. And like, I might use it on my priest. I don't know. There's so many things to want right now, and I don't know what to get. Oh, it's the necklace. I was like, what is this? Okay, those are fun. They're one hand though, which sucks. Very Sailor Moon. I do like the vibes. This month. That's the word I was looking for. Those are terrible. I hate them. That's kind of fun. Pink is nice. I don't know how I feel about that one. Corsages are fun, and then the rest of them I have. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm actually gonna spend my tendies on this one. Oh wow. Oh wow, I've gotten way closer to done without even trying than I thought I had, but anyway. Okay, so yes, that is all for this evening. Almost 3 hours, not too bad. We read a book, we did low level dungeon, and we did a high level dungeon, and success. So yeah, thanks for being here for another one of my Monday experiments. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys all tomorrow. We are definitely going to be playing Thirsty Suitors again because I want to. So look forward to that. I will. Is there anyone around right now? Yes. Okay. I have never raided Mushu Mushu before, but I do know her. She's in our little friend group. So yeah, that should be fun. Let's go pop over and meet her because you guys wouldn't have met her yet. And yeah, thank you for the everything back quotes. But yeah, Mushu. Excellent, lots of fun, very cute. She's doing art right now, and I think you guys will like her. So yeah, let's go see her, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I love you all, and bye.